One of the days I went to see my daughter in school, she wasn't looking happy. She was looking really, really sad, and I was concerned. Unlike her, that anytime I'm in her school, she would jump at me, she would kiss me, she would hug me, she would ask me, Mommy, what did you bring for me? But that particular day, she didn't ask me anything. She was just looking sad, And then I asked her, what's the problem? Why are you looking sad? Is everything okay? She said, yes. I said, no, something is wrong. And then she said, I want to change my school. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go to another school. I said, you see, that means something is wrong. So what's the problem? Talk to mama. And she said, my friend is not talking to me. I said, which of your friends? Because I know all her friends. She said, she mentioned her name. And I'm like, why? What did she do? She said she didn't do anything, that the girl just stopped talking to her. She tried to, approach her. She will ignore her. She'll behave as if she does not exist. And she's not happy about it. I said, really? Okay. So she just stopped talking to you like that. She said, yes. She doesn't know what she did wrong. I said, okay, let's talk about it. Do you want me to approach your friend? Do you want me to talk to her? She said, no, she doesn't want me to talk to her. I said, okay. So, maybe probably your friend needs space. Maybe you should give her some space, and don't approach her anymore. Don't talk to her, relate with your other friends, your other classmates, relate with them, talk with them, play with them. Since she does not want to talk to you or play with you, just let her be, And then I went further to advise her, and then I told her, I said, you cannot really change the way people think or behave towards you, but when you see them start giving you bad energy, it's a red flag. It's a really red flag. So you need to develop a thick skin, because as you're growing up, when you start accessing social media, you understand what I'm talking about. Some people don't really know how to approach or talk to people. you know they just say words that will hurt you, that will make you feel bad. You have to develop this thick skin, that whatsoever people do to you or say to you, it will not get to you. It will not affect you emotionally or mentally, because some people don't really know how to talk or how to behave. Sometimes they feel they are right with their behavior or the way they do things, but you as a person, you might be hurt in the process. So you really need to develop this thick skin, that whatsoever they throw at you, whatever bad energy, bad negativity that they throw at you, it will not get to you. So what you would do, leave this your friend, don't talk to her, just allow her be, okay? And then focus with on your other friends, play with your other friends, okay? And she said, okay, mommy, no problem. So from time to time, I will ask her, how is that your friend? And she said, she's there. We don't talk, but when I play with my other friends, she's jealous and all this stuff. I said, okay. So on this day, she came back from school and she was like, Mommy, do you know what? Because that my friend, I wasn't talking to her, I ignored her, I was relating with my other classmates. Do you know what? She came to me one day and called me and said, let's talk. And then we talked, and she said she was sorry for everything, that she should not be angry and all that. I said, that's fine. Did you forgive her? She said, yes. I said, it's good to forgive. Going forward, don't let people bully you. Don't let people talk down on you or give you negative energy. Do you understand? Make yourself happy. Do the right thing always. Always say the truth. Do the right things. Do what makes you happy, regardless of, okay? Don't let whatever people say, because even when you do the right thing, people will talk. You do the wrong thing, they will still talk. So the most important thing is Focus on yourself. Be happy. Do the right thing always. Do you understand? And she said, yes, mommy. She really thanked me. And then I told her, be a good girl and look after your younger sister. And she smiled. So, guys, do you love this my beautiful baby's hair? I was just thinking of what to do to her hair, and then this idea came to my mind. See how she's looking beautiful, gorgeous. I really love her hairstyle. What do you think? Did I try? This is really nice. Yeah. So, see you in my next video. Bye.